You are listening to the first 5 minutes of Angry Olivia by a PL. Available exclusively on Scriptoriumquest.com. On this gloomy and windy day in the small town of Gainford, the public lights struggled to pierce the heavy mist, casting a dim glow over the street. The sporadic passing cars left behind the acrid scent of their exhaust fumes, though the town was fortunate that only a few could afford such vehicles. Inside a lavish home, Olivia Bell, a young girl of 11, tossed and turned in her bed. Her long, unruly brown curls cascaded over her face as she shifted in her sleep, revealing her cherubic cheeks adorned with freckles. Her spacious bedroom resembled more of a grand suite, a reflection of her privileged status as the daughter of the successful businesswoman Georgie Bell. Georgie had revolutionized the retail world by creating a store that housed an array of high-end brands under one roof, sparing women the hassle of shopping from store to store. The concept had flourished, leading to the establishment of multiple stores worldwide and amassing a substantial fortune. However, her marriage to Henry Gallagher, a man initially captivated by her ambition and independence, had soured. The marriage crumbled as Georgie remained steadfast in her commitment to her career, leaving her husband to care for their infant daughter, Olivia. The breaking point came when Henry left their North Lane home, unable to fulfill the parenting role he once sought from Georgie. After 3 days of his absence, a courier was dispatched to inform Georgie of his departure, effectively ending their marriage. Georgie, scarred by the experience, became resolute in her decision to forgo marriage entirely. "What could marriage provide that I can't achieve myself?" Georgie would often assert to anyone who inquired. "I have a daughter to raise, and she is my utmost priority." However, reality painted a different picture. Georgia's business ventures consumed more of her time than her parental responsibilities. Olivia spent the majority of her time under the care of teachers at her boarding school in Middlesbrough, only returning home for the summer holidays. For Olivia, these brief summer respites held the promise of bonding with her mother, who remained in Gainford during these months. Yet, despite Georgia's physical presence, her attention was consumed by her work, continuously meeting with investors to expand her groundbreaking retail concept across the globe. As the wind howled outside, rattling the windows of Olivia's bedroom, she stirred from her slumber. Blinking her eyes awake, she hopped out of bed and pulled back the curtains, peering down the rain-slicked street. The paper delivery boys darted about, using their coats as makeshift shields against the rain. One of them opened the gates to the Bell residence, leaving a newspaper on the doorstep before hastening back to his bike, determined to complete his deliveries despite the inclement weather. Nestled within one of Gainford's most opulent streets, the Bell family resided in a townhouse that exuded an air of historical prestige. Passed down through generations, the house had been a Bell family possession for over 4 centuries, a symbol of their enduring presence in the town. Olivia's mother, Georgie, had taken the opportunity to renovate Olivia's bedroom during her daughter's absence. The once vibrant walls, adorned with scenes of joyous children at play in idyllic fields, had been transformed into a subdued tableau of grey, depicting women laboring to draw water from a somber river. Olivia's first reaction upon stepping into her revamped bedroom was one of melancholy. "It's depressing," she declared, her disappointment palpable. "Your mother believed it would be more fitting for you," explained Mrs. Radford, Olivia's governess, her tone gentle. "You're growing into a young woman, after all." "But I can't explore and roam freely like the other girls," Olivia retorted, her frustration evident as she kicked at her new, conspicuously high bed. Grey blankets, pillows, and decor only added to the monotonous ambience, save for a vivid painting that stood out against the muted backdrop, a depiction of Georgie holding a young Olivia in her arms. Sitting beside her charge, Mrs. Radford began. "Well, Olivia, you are not like the other girls. You are—" "Belle," Olivia interjected, completing the thought. "And that means I can't be like the other girls." Rising to her feet, Olivia confronted her governess, her resolve clear. "But what if I wanted to be like them?" They can play outside all day, and sometimes they even go to Mr. Badman's. A stern expression crossed Mrs. Radford's face. You must not go to Mr. Badman's, and shall never set foot there. It is neither a place for a child nor a lady. 3 days had passed since that conversation, yet Olivia's discontent with her altered surroundings remained undiminished. I am not like the other girls. I am a belle, Olivia murmured as she wiped the condensation from her window, a result of her breath meeting the chilly glass.